Nope, nope, not here.
And surprise guests Will/Kage Palazzo and
Hello!
Eddie Baron 5X.
Yo,
Yeah, it's kind of surprising in that he's actually here.
twice now. 2 weeks in a row.
Well, no, not in a row. You weren't here last week.
2 weeks.
Oh, that's right, I wasn't. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Liar!
He likes
Liar! You must ignite your pantaloons!
Ow!
Yes, your
Yikes.
pantaloons have combusted.
My pants are off right now, so I'm seeing them burn from a distance.
Oh, is that what it is?
Is that what it's all about? I took
That's
my
what
pants
it's
off so I can
all
watch them
about.
burn. I watched them burn.
Some people just want to watch their pants burn.
Not to distract from our own stream, anyone watching this should stick to our channel. But after you're done watching our channel, you should know that Mr. Rogers is apparently playing somewhere else.
Absolutely.
But is he though?
Yeah. I'm just double checking because I keep hearing something in the background.
My bad.
Yeah, it's
Not it.
probably hardcore.
It's me watching Mr. Rogers, apparently.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh no, what
dear.
does it sound like?
Eddie's played with his toy trains again.
But one thing that popped up on my Facebook stream that I know at least one of us is going to be heavily interested in is a Dark Crystal prequel on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
That's fun stuff right there. That's something I'm really looking forward to, and I hope that they do it
And-
in a very timely fashion.
The one thing about it that I've heard is that they actually did get Disney's permission, since Netflix did do that special signing, to get Jim Henson's studio to help out on it.
So wait, they were initially going to be like, you know what, screw Disney, let's just go around them and try to get it. You don't do that to the Disney. The
Well-
Disney does. The Disney strikes back.
The
And then
Disney.
you-
Oh, what you did there?
Ah.
What you did there? I see it, sir.
Given Disney's recent track record, why would you even? Why would you avoid Disney right now?
That's not actually. I don't think anyone should. They are on a roll.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I mean, I know that stuff gets complicated, but yeah, you shouldn't go out of your way to get off the Disney wagon if you can help it.
I like the Disney wagon.
Probably not.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Trying to beat up... Damn zombies! Damn zombies!
Zambies.
Zambies!
Bambi.
Bambi? Oh no, not the Bambi.
I have to
Okay,
deal with
sure, not the
zombies.
Bambi. Bambi will help? Well then, why
Yes.
didn't you say so?
Bambi would help, but
Bambi's dead.
no. No, he's not dead. But he is still a little torn up about his mom.
That would put a hamper on any kind of situational in this particular regards. Ooh, that almost didn't come out right.
Yeah. The other thing that popped up was, and this is
It almost
something...
came out the wrong end.
Whoops.
The other minor thing that popped up was
We're not playing
Go
Terraria.
Netflix is doing another TV series based off a video game.
Oh, what are they
Another
doing
one?
now?
The Witcher of all things.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I think they announced
no,
that a
which-
while ago, in fact.
It's a good movie.
And from what I understand, I think the author is actually involved in the process.
Yeah, it's actually got the guy behind the Witcher book series.
That looks promising.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the wrong witch?
Yeah, I think that's the wrong witch.
Which do you think of?
Went over
Is
the
it
head
a
on
good
that
witch or a bad witch?
one. Not sure.
Which is which?
Aha! No, and no.
Are we done with the witch pun? I mean, I can keep going.
Yes, but
Well,
please
which pun are you talking about?
Whichever.
Whichever pun. Could be all the puns.
Fire all the puns. Ramming speed.
Perfect timing.
Oh boy. Was
Frantic
that?
speed. Dun, da, da, da.
Ludicrous speed.
Oh god. We've gone plaid!
Have we?
Maybe.
I'm not wearing any.
Perhaps. Oh, that's concerning in and of itself.
Is it?
Perhaps. I mean, this is a family show.
Oh, it is. Sorry,
Totally family
everybody.
show.
Totally
Totally.
family. Totally. I mean, we haven't done anything that would, go offset to
Alert
that
the
anyway.
sensors.
Of course, not at all.
Tits.
Boobs.
Ew.
Vagina.
Penis.
Oh
Yes.
god.
Yes.
Pangus.
Pingus! Why did you have to go Pingus?
Oh,
You never
no.
go full pingus.
Whoa, you almost went full
I
pingus.
usually do.
You went full. You went full pingus. Never go full pingus.
Pingus.
Don't go in there. It's dark.
That means
Are you?
a little bit.
Just the. Really? You are? What
I mean,
part of this
not
is
as much as the metaphysical being we're talking about in our puns.
You mean the witch?
Why are
Which
you getting
one?
all metaphysical?
Let's get metaphysical.
I thought we were talking metaphorically.
What's a metaphor?
Metaphor play?
Oh.
Oh. Really?
Perhaps.
Yes, and
No. This can probably go on forever.
it's good.
It could.
It's worrying.
It could. It would. But it won't. Why? I'm not sure.
It doesn't
Well-
need to.
Doesn't need to.
We'll
The
get hungry
need is
eventually.
not there.
I got it. Well, stop putting your finger in them, and that'll probably solve most of the problem right there.
That
Well,
just sounds a
man.
little bit disturbing.
That doesn't sound like good science at all.
Welcome back, David.
Welcome back to the conversation, David. Come on, I'll show you around the plant.
Which, for all the hills and valleys we went around, he came back at fingering. So there you go.
David.
I hate these tomato men. No! Why can I not shoot them with my magic missile?
Because they're not darkness.
They're made of tomatoes and squishies.
They're not made of dog.
But they're not made of darkness.
You have to only shoot magic missiles at the darkness.
Yeah, you're only allowed to use magic missile on the darkness.
Do you believe it in a thing called love?
No.
As he says, as boyfriend's right over there.
Actually, no. Boyfriend is at the store.
Oh, that's why he said it.
Well,
There's-
no,
there's-
I was more doing it just because I imagined Grumpy Cat's response.
Speaking of, I actually saw Grumpy Cat decal stickers on a car recently.
Oh, Jesus.
Really?
Yes, they make those.
I thought I was making a huge callback, but apparently...
No, it is still a thing, man.
You know, it's been a good while since I've seen a good Grumpy Cat meme, though.
That's because I think...
You think?
I think
Well, that's
Grumpy
that's
Cat's
what-
basically
that's
just been...
And that's where the end of the conversation went.
He thinks, therefore
Yep.
he is.
No, let's not get all, theoretical here. We don't need to go into philosophy.
Why? Is something wrong with it?
No, I just said we don't need to. I didn't say there's something wrong with it.
Let's see here.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Well, that's what I've been asking myself for the last 12 years, and I haven't gotten really a clear answer on any of it. I just pretty much gave up.
Why? This is not a philosophy show. What are you doing?
Well, no.
I'm trying to
I don't
not.
know. The game is called Secret of Mana. There's got to be something in there. We got secrets. Secrets.
There's secrets, and if you're holding a secret, obviously you're not telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So that means you're goddamn un-American.
Hey,
This. And mana is just another word for magic.
well, that is accurate.
It is?
And then-
I thought mana was like an energy source.
It's an
It's
energy
actually
source.
both.
Yes.
It is a mystical energy
No.
source which is used to power magic, and is also the magic itself that is powered through it. It is also the goddess that is the reason why all this is a thing.
That's Legend of Mana.
So. When does
Okay,
it
so it's
go
also
beyond?
the tree that all the energy comes from.
Yeah,
It's also the sword that you pick up at the beginning of the game.
that's
That's
no, that
sort of mana, I think.
no, that's Secret of Mana.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
I didn't realize I forgot that the Sword of Mana was a thing this early in the series.
Well,
Oh yeah, that was the thing you pulled out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
Phrasing. Nothing more than phrasing.
Come on, David, say something.
Blah.
Okay, cool.
Zambies.
Anyway.
And thank you for your contribution to the conversation.
Well, he is playing the game, so.
Trying to avoid the Zambies.
Hey, I don't like your racial terms, David. Keep them to yourself.
The Zambies?
Yeah. Just because they're from Zambia doesn't mean you need to call them by such a ridiculous name.
That is very true. You know what? You probably need to be a little bit more open to interpretation on your.
Do we need to have a racial sensitivity class
I think
for
we do.
Power Geeks?
We just need to have some kind of conversation with David about how he discusses, people's nationalities.
Or
He works
state
at
of
a
living.
call center. He should be having like a yearly
Oh, you
workplace
think
course.
that's a thing? That's cubes.
Isn't it?
Sensitivity training at a call center is essentially like saying,
It's a
everybody!
good idea.
My job, they make us do it once a year. Actually, all the jobs I've ever had, they make me do it once a year.
Apparently you have...
Everybody does.
Most of the time...
Sensitivity training.
And now I've died in my game.
Yay.
Yay.
Down the pit. Oh boy.
Yep, somebody dropped the soap.
I mean, I use liquid soap, so it's not me.
You know that's actually been found to be relatively unhealthy.
What, the liquid
Using
soap?
antibacterial liquid soap. Well, really antibacterial soap.
Yeah, well, it's body wash. I'm talking about like in-shower body wash. Is that fall under the same thing?
I'm not familiar with too many that are specifically antibacterial.
Yeah, I don't use that. Not in the shower anyway. I got a lemon scented one next to my sink.
There we go.
Let's see.
It smells nice.
I mean, that's always a nice place, good place to start, huh? What's your favorite scent, everybody? Mine's lemon.
I do like a good cherry smell. Again, I'm always a fool for cherry.
On the subject of cherry, you like artificial cherry flavoring more than actual cherries?
No, I do not. I prefer the actual real cherry flavor.
I'm actually on the opposite of that. I like the artificial flavor
Yeah.
of cherry more so than actual cherry.
Really?
I find that natural cherry flavor tends to be much milder than artificial.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Imagine that. Was not something that I would realize off the top of my head.
I mean, there's not too many things I have that are artificial cherry flavored anyway, but if and when it appears, it's usually that is my go-to. I think Kool-Aid is probably the better example I can think of, but maybe not even that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Speaking of walls, I didn't realize they were fighting a wall until just now.
Ah! Are you really?
Yeah, I'm fighting.
Mr. Asher, tear down that wall.
Thank you. I was waiting for someone. Well done.
Well done, sir.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
shall give you an egg.
I shall eat it.
Very good. With toast.
Ah. Always hated this boss.
That's right.
What are you, meow for?
Oh boy.
Not necessarily.
I'm fascinated by this wall boss, especially because now I have no idea what the fuck David's doing.
I'm trying. Okay. The freaking boss, basically, the center eye is the one that you want to kill.
Uh-huh.
But
Doesn't seem like it right now.
and oh god, it's.
Kill him.
And I didn't save up my magic to fight this guy.
Of course not. Well done.
Haven't you been playing Persona, David? You should know better. You save your magic.
No, usually what he does is he burns all his magic and then burns items.
But I don't have any of the magic walnuts to heal up.
It's an old point of contention between us.
Yeah.
Because I prefer to use magic for healing, but then otherwise save magic until the last possible minute, and he prefers to burn through magic and burn through items and then burn through magic.
Well, that's ass backwards.
Why are you burning things, David?
I don't have salamander yet.
No, that would be
That's
why
a-
aren't you burning things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad old booty cat.
Ah, why does it attack me right as I'm doing the attack?
To better take you off guard. It wants to destroy you. It means no
Bully.
mercy.
That means no mercy. You will die.
Yeah.
For the rest of your day.
It means no mercy for the rest of your day.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That little transition there.
Yes, well done. Oh, but the thing before it reminds me that up until this week, I didn't hear anything about that Star Trek series that's coming up.
Yeah, just it did. Yeah, it's Discovery. It's kind of came out of the blue.
And then I also found out it's going to be behind a CBS paywall,
Yeah.
which is like bullshit.
Wait, CBS paywall?
Yeah.
Yeah, CBS streaming site.
That's the only place you can watch it.
Okay, so that's officially stupid.
Thank you. Yeah. That's exactly what I was.
Okay, first of all, nobody even watches CBS. Let's start there. Second of all, you want to put a full-fledged TV series as streaming content on your website and lock it.
Yeah.
Star Trek series of all things.
Yeah.
No, it has not. We haven't had a Star Trek series back on TV since Enterprise. And I feel like this is a horrible, horrible decision.
Yeah, it's so weird that they're doing it. I mean, CBS is probably the one place they can do it. 'Cause, yeah, they're still one of the more successful networks as far as survivability right now. But still,
What can we do? It's unfortunately true.
yeah, it's so weird that they're doing that. So I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it because
Well, I'm sure we will find other methods.
I don't know what you're talking about. How could we possibly ever watch it? How?
Well, we'll just say that there are
never.
methods.
There'd never be a way to watch it now. Never.
Never
Nothing
ever.
we can do.
Nothing we can do.
No.
You're consigning to fate
I mean, when there's only one fate.
for what we make.
But actually, I really do want to watch it because it looked really good and like the two things I saw about this week. And I haven't really gotten into a Star Trek series since. So, I'd be down
From
for giving
some-
giving it a chance.
For someone who's watched all of TOS, all of the animated series, and TNG, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise, I can honestly say that not being able to see it is quite frustrating.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since all that the recent movies have done is just itch the old school stuff and nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Also-
and
they've
they did a
like,
good
they've-
job with it, but
They did. I'm
But
not
it's
saying
still-
they didn't.
But it's still territory we've covered before.
Yeah. I personally want to know what happens after Voyager. After Nemesis. I want to know what happens. What happens? I want to know what happens after, Romulus is destroyed. What happens? I mean, I could play the online game, but I'd rather a TV series do it because that's more canon, I believe.
I didn't even consider it. I don't know when Discovery takes place.
I don't think it discusses it either. Unless we missed it. Did we miss it? David, you've watched it, right?
I don't recall.
So, hell, we may not even know! They may be like, you know what, this is going to be the TNG era of the new shit. And then we'll be like, well, fuck, we already know what's kind of happening.
Or worse, it could be worse. It could be the reboot of Enterprise.
Ooh. Now, as someone who watched the entire series, I believe that series started to get its footing after season 3 and 4. But I think that it just started way too soon, way too late. Like, would you say like seasons 1 and 2 of Next Gen were good?
I personally would.
Really?
I actually enjoyed the hell out of every episode of Next Gen that I ever saw. But then again, I'm also obviously a weirdo because I absolutely loved Wesley Crusher.
was fine. I don't know why people give him shit.
Because it was just fun too, I guess. I don't know.
Oh boy.
I have nothing against it. But yeah, we don't even know what era Discovery is under, and that's something I really want to know. Is
The
it
one
New
thing,
Trek?
I think it's same time as New Trek.
Well, that's a bunch of bull fuck.
I mean, New Trek is in the movie? So you think it's
the
in
new
that,
movies.
in that universe?
Yeah,
The parallel universe.
yeah.
Well, that would be fine.
It's not the worst things that I've ever heard, but
And I'm gonna die.
The only reason I never got into Enterprise was that I don't know if I was interested in
Any of
old
the
history.
characters. In
Well,
old history?
Well, because that's all it was doing, right? It was treading old history.
yeah, it was like from the first time out. So at least that's the way it was marketed.
Yeah, like the first, like before pre-Federation exploration.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to see more of the Federation Romulan War. Never got to see that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would have been interesting to see, actually.
Okay, I'm going to be doing a little bit of grinding for various elemental attacks, which means sitting here...
More discussions.
More discussions while I do grindy bits.
That's fine.
Grindy bits.
As a matter of fact, we probably could have continued the conversation while you were doing that.
Yep.
But now I've lost interest. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a teaser poster, isn't there?
Yes.
What? The ship there? Does it look like a new trick ship, or does it look like?
It's interesting because it has this. It has a new Trek look to it, but the body is triangular. As in, like
Prometheus? Was like the Prometheus hull?
kind of, and not necessarily like a Prometheus hull. God, what? Oh, what was the like little tiny shortstop ships? The ones that basically were like.
Akira?
Yes,
The
those
Akira
types.
ships?
Kind of like that.
Oh, the Akira class.
So.
I wouldn't mind a series based on one of those. Those were built for war, actually.
Yeah, and since it's based in the new Trek line, it's one of those.
I still would have preferred a Romulan series based in the TNG era, so that we knew what was going on.
Yeah.
On the other side. I think that was in the talks for the longest time.
Well, shoot, I can't remember in the movie universe. Where are we with the Romulans?
Well, if we were basing it off of what has been going on so far in the old universe, as far as we know, they are without a Praetor because of that whole Civil War thing with the Picard clone. And then we know that old Spock, or Spock Prime as he's now called, was trying to help them prevent the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, but failed.
How do we know that? I don't remember that. Was that in Beyond? And because I haven't seen
No,
it.
it wasn't in Beyond. It was in the first Star Trek reboot film. That's when they met Spock Prime for the first time. He was discussing how he got to that universe with the red matter.
Oh, I had totally spaced out all that.
Scheissenkopf!
I didn't remember any of that at all.
Oh wow, yeah, that was a big thing in the movie. That was trying to explain why everything's all different.
Okay, I'm gonna have to reread all that shit. Well, I would if I find out that Discovery has anything to do with it.
Yeah. The video game has gone into a little bit of what happened. It was found out that the Remans, after their defeat at the Rift and losing their leaders, instigated the supernova on purpose.
Ooh.
To destroy Romulus. And if everyone remembers Sela,
Vaguely.
Not especially.
The Tasha Yar clone that was well, not clone, the Tasha Yar alternate universe that became a half human, half Romulan, worked for the Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So she becomes Empress.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, you could tell that the human and Romulan, the Federation and Romulan relations was not doing very well because of that. And they blame the Federation for and Vulcan for not properly helping out save their homeworld. And that Spock left them to die. Because obviously with Romulus gone, they had to the entire Star Empire was like set to fend for themselves since their seat of government just was obliterated.
Yeah. And if people are wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm going to go get some magic walnuts.
Oh, I thought you were playing Secret of Mana.
No, I mean like in the game.
David's gonna go ahead and leave us and temporarily pause the game while he goes outside to his magical oak tree and goes grab some walnuts.
It wouldn't be an oak tree if it was walnuts.
It's a magic oak tree, so therefore it could be.
Mm-hmm.
It produces a lot of different various nuts.
Wouldn't it be great if the only thing that makes up
Lots of
magic in
nuts.
that universe that it just grows a different thing?
Especially these nuts.
Of course.
Of course.
Also, got him.
I got him!
God.
Oh boy. So yeah, that's basically, as far as I know, I haven't played much of Star Trek Online other than the first month that it came out because I couldn't really get into it as much as I wanted to, but I learned enough in it to know at least what happened on the Prime universe with the Romulans, and I want to see that if that is true in a series format. So getting a new Trek series that's not based in the Prime universe is a little disheartening.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the alternate universe is not too shabby. They got some 3 movies that are pretty strong behind it. I also, have you guys seen Beyond?
I have not.
I've seen the
But
second
don't worry
one.
about spoilers for me because I probably won't see it forever.
Oh. Do you mind if I say something?
Not at all.
I meant for Eddie.
Is it pretty? I don't know. No, you know what? My fault for not watching it like 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
So go ahead. It's
So
my fault for not watching it yet.
Okay. Well, I like the fact that spoilers for anybody else. I like the fact that in Beyond, because it's only an alternate universe from the point that they already became a Federation, the Enterprise storyline was left intact. So they mention in Beyond of the Makos. If you guys remember the Makos from the Enterprise, it's the military unit that joins the Enterprise for their deeper space missions.
Yeah.
They also mentioned the Xendi.
Oh.
So they keep those intact in Beyond, and I thought that was really cool because the alteration of the timelines didn't happen until after Enterprise, after they became the Federation.
Yeah. Basically, it happened just a little bit before Kirk.
Right. Exactly.
Essentially, the change of the plot lines was instead of Kirk being I want to say like honoring his father, he did it because essentially Kirk was, I want to say, left as an orphan, really.
Yeah, because of that incident. So I want to see if they do something like that. Who knows? I mean, we don't know what happens during the. I mean, how old? Like, there's a 20-year difference before they join Starfleet.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was. I don't really recall how big of a difference it was.
So, but yeah, I'm interested. I want to know what the series is about, so that I can properly be irritated if I have to.
I love when you put it that
Yeah.
way.
Admittedly, knowing our luck, somebody's gonna post it up online, and it's gonna turn into possibly one of those series that's really good, but no one pays for it because it gets ripped straight from the website and posted on various sites.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
No one
already
would do
expecting
that,
that.
David. No one would do that.
No one
Oh.
What kind
of
what kind
reputable,
Huh.
no one of reputable,
reputable reputation.
yes. Thank you for
Reputable
finishing that.
reputation. Reputable reputation. Oh man. And then they'll be like, well, there was no interest for these series, so we'll just go ahead and shelve this.
Yeah.
Forever.
No one likes Star Wars, Star Trek. Stop doing it.
Because you put it behind a goddamn paywall.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Trust us, we know.
It wasn't in the perfect time slot. It's behind a time wall, and there is no time slot. They can't use that as an excuse.
Right.
God.
I see them trying to.
I mean, they could if they really, really wanted to, but that's just the easy way out. Goddamn monsters.
Okay.
Heathens.
They are.
All my friends are.
It's the best.
High five.
High five. High five for the heathens. Ha ha, yay.
Okay.
Wait,
All
what?
my friends are heathens, take it slow.
How
So-
much slower do you need it?
What he was talking about.
My bad. I totally missed it, but I still wanted to be part of the conversation.
It's
a
song
Unfortunate.
Couldn't you tell?
Unfortunate.
It is a little
Yeah.
unfortunate, but you know what? That's okay.
Just a tad.
I'll get over it.
Just a tad.
Just the tip. Beep, beep. Screw you. That was funny.
Was it though? Was it?
Oh, see, now you're making me question my reality. I really don't appreciate that.
What is this, The Matrix?
I appreciate it. I
Of course you
appreciate
do.
it.
Of course you appreciate it.
Why are you questioning it?
Yeah.
Why?
Why are you questioning it?
I'm not questioning it. You're questioning it. I thought you said you enjoyed me questioning it.
No, I enjoy making other people question theirs.
I'm not questioning mine. Wait a minute. I did say I was questioning mine.
You did.
Ah, snap.
Yay! I got a fair walnut. And getting level 1.
Congratulations on finding fair walnut. Now, if you could find a better walnut or the best walnut, then we'll probably get to more talking here.
Greater walnut.
The greater walnut.
The-
For the greater good.
Greatest walnut.
Greatest walnut. Best walnut there is. Best walnut there was. Best walnut there'll ever will be.
Mistakes were made.
It's the greatest walnut of all time.
The walnut wasn't a mistake. That's the important thing.
Why are we talking about walnuts again?
Because I got a walnut.
We were talking about walls earlier.
Oh, okay. And apparently nuts.
And now
got
we're talking
offensive.
about their nuts.
Ah, see, now I get it. No, I don't. What are we talking about again?
How all our friends are heathens.
Ah, yes, heathens. I think I missed that one too. I give up.
It happens. Just take it slow.
Never give up. Trust your instincts.
Do a barrel roll?
Always. That's always the best move.
It's always the best one.
Except for
Oh,
when it isn't.
It's when it isn't, it's an aileron roll. Aileron.
Aileron roll.
Aileron.
Thank you, Navy man.
Wait, what?
And I helped.
And I helped. And I'm helping.
Oh.
Just what I needed.
Just what I needed.
Woohoo!
Okay. If people are wondering what the heck I'm doing, I am literally just.
He literally has no idea. And neither do we. Whee!
There are flying swords. That's always a treat.
Ah, treats.
Now it looks like you're finding a tomato. Is that what that is?
Yes, that's a tomato. These guys are annoying because they have a freaking high defense. And
Yep.
so,
Which makes them, if I remember right, it makes them almost impossible to hit, and even if you do, it does like 1 damage.
most of the time one, but since I'm technically got a decent level, I'm actually doing about 20 damage. However, the problem is I think they have like 60 health.
And no walnuts.
And generally it's easier to defeat these guys with magic.
If David had walnuts, he'd be winning right now.
If I had
Well,
a
if he
shit
had
ton of walnuts.
he wouldn't be back
I
here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Who farted?
Sorry.
I knew it was Eddie.
I knew it was Eddie. I knew it was him all along. That's why I added him to my friends list. So I can make fun of him online. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's a little bit, self-aware.
I'm aware of self.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, not being aware of the
It's already
self.
gone self-aware.
And we're back to philosophy.
What we didn't want to talk about in the first place.
Okay.
Yet here we are.
Let's see. So I need to work on Undine and a lot more with Gnome. And just about level 1 with Gnome. People are wondering what I'm doing. I'm one
No,
S.
they're
No one cares. Nada.
No one cares.
This is also true.
Oh my god.
What was that?
There's a self-realization that the dream is dead.
Oh boy.
Existential crisis is impending.
Oh,
That's the best kind, is the impending kind.
at least you get a chance to talk about it.
But do you want to talk about it? I certainly don't.
No. Last time I tried to talk about it, I almost started an entire fight, which caused fists to be flying from quite a distance.
Fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs?
Oh. Fisticuffs is it?
Yes, mm-hmm.
The best kind.
Mm.
What kind of fists are fisticuffs? Wee-hee! Just a little bit.
Or you're
You
channeling
just
Michael
can't hide
Jackson.
it.
Michael Jackson, are you there? Michael Jackson.
No, he's not here. No, he's not here.
I thought you were a medium. Sorry.
Oh. Reminds me of a joke.
No.
Reminds me of a good joke. It's a really good joke.
Yeah, it made me think of a joke too.
Is it the same joke?
It might be.
Ah.
Did it
I
involve
don't
a
know about
midget?
I thought about
Huh?
butterflies.
Does it what now?
Does it involve a midget?
Yes, it does.
Okay, same one.
Same one.
Same one. We have synchronized our minds.
Yes.
All should be very wary. All right, Chantetto.
Who invited her into the chat?
Probably me.
Oh, damn it.
You probably were the one to invoke her, Michael.
Yep, probably.
And that little 5-second section that I did that, Nintendo is going to go ahead and ban half of our stream.
That
Oh,
or
happy
Square
stream.
Enix.
Wow, they're being nice.
Yeah, right? No, not half the singing, half of the entire stream. Just
No, that's what I said. Only half the stream. Normally, they shut down your channel for that little.
for that little bit.
Yep.
I'm still sour at Sony Pictures.
What'd they
What did they
do?
do this time?
Oh, you don't recall?
No.
No, I missed
One
this
of our
one. I
one of our first copyright hits on our channel, on our Twitch channel.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
completely forgot
I was
about
all-
that.
I was listening to it. I'm just like, wait, why is this section orange? And then when I looked at it, the entire sound was cut out.
All because of freaking Square.
Huh?
Yeah, all because of Square Enix.
No.
Oh,
not
Sony?
Square.
So, it was Sony?
No, it was Lagaya.
Oh. I'm trying to remember who did the copywriting, because I thought it was Square Enix.
No, it was Lagaya, so it was SOE.
Oh, right.
Or SCEA. Sorry, SCA.
ACA. I was actually referring to it even earlier.
Earlier than Lagaya?
Yeah. I'm talking like 2015 in the summer.
Lagaya
Before
was
Legend of
before that.
Legaia, there was Birth of Legaia?
Would you happen to be referring to like the one of the Final Fantasy
Oh.
VI ones?
It wasn't Sony. I'm sorry. It was Fox. My bad.
Ah,
Are we talking about barrels again?
No.
Fox. Do-do-do-do-do.
I was playing a game, and when I went on break, I was playing some of the music from the soundtrack of the game. And because it had only a backsplash in the music, Fox came and was like, copyright! And muted like half of the stream.
yeah, that sounds about right.
It was when I was doing Alien Isolation.
Oh, right, that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days.
That we apparently don't remember.
That's okay.
We were isolated back then, apparently.
We were. Ah! It's a little
I'm
sad.
ashamed of that one.
That's okay. I was trying to go with it, but I was just like,
Oddly enough, that game also won Best Sound at GDC that year too, so...
Yeah.
Go figure, right? And then they go and ban my ass. It was unfortunate. Because I was like listening to some of it and I'm just like, why is portions of this muted? I can't
For
hear.
no good reason.
For no
whatsoever.
good reason whatsoever. Or so I was told. And then happened terrible Bum, 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 bum. All over.
All over.
All
All
over the
over?
pants. All over the pants.
That's unfortunate.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
It's very sad.
Disheartening, you could even say.
Just a little bit.
You could say.
Or
I mean, you probably shouldn't, but you could say.
yeah.
So many rules.
I don't like rules.
You don't like rules? Well, then screw the rules.
Really?
Rules are meant to be broken, like bones.
Ah, bones. We have a few of those.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
What do you mean where to go with that? What do you mean sometimes?
Sometimes you don't have bones.
Sometimes you're just missing a few.
The only thing I can think of is that like mini episode of Family Guy where Peter wishes he had no bones.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes, that
It's
was a
funny.
good-
Look it up.
Yeah, it's a pretty good episode. Just this big blob.
That's
Bone.
damn bones, them dry bones.
I almost felt like at one time trying to eat as many hamburgers as he did so that I would see if that actually caused a stroke.
Wait, wasn't
Wow.
that a wasn't that a
At the
Simpsons
la-
episode?
No, that was actually that was a Family Guy. Because Peter gets a stroke and the half side of his body's like all like paralyzed, and then the only way he ends up getting it fixed is going into a stem cell research facility. Walks in, walks back out
Is
like.
that
tens
where
of-
the "Why are we not funding this" is coming
Yeah,
from?
why are we not funding this? Yeah, that's that episode.
Okay.
When
Maybe
the
I'm
show
remembering
would be
a different episode of The Simpsons because I remember like Homer trying to like eat a shit ton of like greasy ass food, and they found that
Probably
the
donuts.
no,
Yeah.
it was like a lot of greasy food, and they found that the biggest greasy food that they could get was a Krusty Burger because they rubbed it up against the wall, and it turns to that like weird see-through grease paper look.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
So it was like, what the hell?
That's what I would be saying too. What the frickin' hell? Now, what are you talking about?
What are you guys talking about?
Apparently, two different things.
Apparently not what you're talking about. What do you mean, what are you talking
Obviously.
about? What do you mean, which of you did it? Well, I didn't do it.
Well, if I didn't, who did?
We all had a-
Who did?
We all had a motive. So great, we'll all go to the chair.
Wait, motive for what?
For murder.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, maybe it wasn't one of us. Who else is in this? Who else is in this chat?
Catbot.
Us,
Us? Just us?
It's
Oh, we're
the
fine.
four of us talking.
That's it? No one else?
yeah, it's just us.
Say no more. Say no more.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Know what I mean? Hmm? Hey, hey,
Alright.
Winks as good as a nod to a blind man.
yes. Or not. Fuck it. So much fun. This
Grabbing, magic grinding.
Haha, magic grinding.
Okay,
You know
so
what game sucks
Always
with that?
fun.
Quest 64.
oh god,
Oh my god.
Why?
You want to
Why would
complain?
you say that?
Why you want to complain about
Ma-
magic grinding?
Why would you bring back Quest 64?
there were so many high hopes for that game, and so many disappointment.
It had high hopes. It had high in the. Oh, it's a very upsetting situation, isn't it? One that we care not to repeat or discuss.
Yeah.
Although, it's definitely interesting.
Let's see here. Double checking the levels. Okay, Gnome is at 1 for Z. And, Michael, your magic skill is 2 for Gnome, so you're max, so I should work on Undine for you. And then, we'll kind of rush through the place in order to get to the, boss as quickly as possible.
Speaking of bosses, I'm almost done with Final Fantasy 1.
Ah, you've, gotten to the tower?
The last temple. Last temple, actually.
Oh.
I actually I defeated Tiamat late at night.
So, in this case, you somehow made my error turn
to
into
pass.
truth.
I wasn't intending it to be, but it ended up being.
Was Stone Monk Wisdom's advice about petrification true? Or...
I tried to cast it twice and it didn't work.
Okay, well... 50%
It was
chance.
a 50% chance, and I just probably hit the bad chance both times.
Yeah.
What a bunch of bollocks. Oh. So, in literally 1 month, cometh the Stormblood.
Yep. Which
Yeah.
means that I am a little bit behind still.
Still, we gave you all this time, and still.
I've been playing other games, I'm sad to say.
No, you're not sad to say. I didn't hear. I didn't hear a hint of sadness in your voice.
Okay. I say.
Yeah, he doesn't sound sad at all.
No, not at all.
And I, however, am a bit sad and even contrite to admit I may be slightly behind on the storyline.
But
the
that's
last thing I
understandable.
did-
That's the understandable because of your absence.
Well, the last thing I did was a certain battle that, with as few spoilers as possible, got a little sloppy. That's the last thing I did. So I'm not sure. There was some talk that there may be 1 or 2 more missions or quests added after that to the main storyline that would be essentially the flag quests for Stormblood.
Yep.
If those were in fact a thing and were in fact added, then I do need to go back and get those done before.
The time is
However,
up.
yeah, exactly. However, if the certain sloppy battle was in fact the last thing in the storyline, then I don't have to worry about it.
Did it involve a wall?
It might have. In fact, there was probably a guy's name attached to the wall.
Ah, that is the last. There's a
So
little bit of story. Well, there's
okay.
a little bit of story after that, but there's no dungeons. There's a duty fight that you do, but it's not really big.
So there is a continuation of questing
After,
that I have to
yes.
do, but no major stuff.
Yes.
The last major stuff was getting sloppy.
Yes. And I do say that
Fair
that
enough.
particular battle sucked.
That
Man.
particular battle was probably one of the more dynamic main scenario of Heaven's Ward.
It was definitely very oriented with new what's the word? Mechanics.
Yeah.
Definitely. Is
Well,
it the
and it
was it the
also
first,
was
second,
very-
or third boss?
Final.
The final? Yeah. Oh yeah. Whew.
It was very much a you need to be aware of your surroundings and you be ready to move the second it's time.
And with my connection
You never learned to mind your. You never learned to mind your surroundings.
And I think we've lost Eddie.
Eddie,
Probably.
Eddie,
He
don't
doesn't even
go,
go
Eddie.
here.
Don't go, Eddie. Come back, Eddie.
He doesn't even go here.
Eddie. Bye, Eddie. Eddie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie?
Nope, he never has been.
Nope, I guess not.
He got hit by.
He got struck by?
So criminal.
And now we are channeling Michael Jackson.
Yes, we are. And there was much rejoicing.
Yay. Wait. No.
No?
Huh? Is,
What was that?
is
Oh, there he is! Ha ha!
Sorry, had a phone call.
Oh.
That's just shameful. That's just shameful. How are you gonna leave in the middle of a stream like that? That's just shameful.
That's just shameful.
I am so sorry, everybody, that he was so disgraceful. When I get phone calls, I say, too bad, I'm streaming. That was so disrespectful to the player base.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
He didn't mean it. Apparently, it wasn't very important.
I thought I was doing the right thing, guys.
I thought it was the right thing to do.
all
Well,
right.
you are talking to two people who'd rather not speak on the phone anyway.
Oh, talking on the phone sucks.
Bingo.
Ding dong! I think he wins a reward for that.
He gets the attendance prize.
Huzzah! I never get the attendance prize.
He won the door prize.
Ooh, doors.
At the door, it's Domino's.
Speaking of
I
pizza,
was going a different direction to that.
Speaking of pizza,
Whoa, look what shined up David's attention.
no, this is just something that just happened like today. Is that like I've gotten like 4 offers for 50% off Papa John's from 4 different people.
that's hilarious.
Like,
That's Papa John's whoring themselves out.
because like I got one from Final Fantasy 14, I got one from GameStop, I got a third one from Newegg of all people, and the final one was basically somebody sharing that, oh hey, Diamondbacks won. Papa John's pizzas in Arizona get 50% off.
Yay.
So it's like
Damn.
Papa John's has really hoarded themselves out, or they're
those-
really,
yeah.
really stretching to try and make ends meet.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I
what it
think-
comes down to.
I think that's the case. Their pizza's expensive
Yeah.
and not that good. It used to be just fine, but they've raised their
That
prices.
and there's also a lot of people who are still not too happy with them after some of the politics BS they tried towards
Oh,
the
yeah.
beginning of Obama's presidency.
That's right.
Did they do stuff? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they were oh well, we're gonna have to cut all of our employees' hours to part-time because we're not gonna do Obamacare.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
refuse to do Obamacare whatsoever.
Yeah.
So all of our employees are now gonna be reduced to part-time. So that and we're gonna raise the prices on all our pizzas.
Yeah.
Even though their employees were not going to have any kind of
Yep.
thing, which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm a Little Caesars guy anyway. I love
I-
Little Caesars.
To each
I'd
his
say
own.
Pizza Hut personally. I prefer
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza's good too.
I'm Little Caesars for the most part, but I'm warming up to Barrows, especially since they have like 18-inch pizzas.
Barrows with a silent S.
No, Barrows, just Barro.
Oh, I've never heard of them. That must be local up there.
They're actually a chain, but
Oh. Well, I've never seen one anywhere I've lived, so I don't know.
admittedly, I
Although
think they're
actually-
I think they're like the Barrows with the silent S is like a mini chain of theirs.
Really? Because they're the ones I see.
Yeah,
The
it
other
could
way
be.
around. No, my favorite pizza place is a chain, but it's a regional chain, and it's not even available out here. It's something that's St. Louis area.
Aha, I've heard of them.
I've heard of it.
Emo's Pizza is actually really good. Really, really good. I'm kind of sad they don't have any franchises out here.
At least not yet.
At least.
I really don't think they have anything outside of the St. Louis metro area,
Possibly.
but they're really, really good.
Okay.
Like, I remember not that long ago, I went back to visit I went back to visit St. Louis for some reason not that long ago, and I ended up getting pizza from there, and I'm just like, yep, this is amazing.
Amazing. Oh, you know, that makes me think of something. Where are you? What's your opinion on pineapple on pizza?
Disgusting.
There are certain pizzas where I accept it. I personally like Hawaiian pizza, which is one pizza that I feel, which obviously, you know, requires pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, no, God no.
Yeah, I don't care for pineapple on pizza at all, but I feel like this year it's been brought up a lot on the memes.
Last
Yeah.
year is when it actually started blowing up. Like, I mean, Gordon Ramsay weighed in on it last year.
And said
No.
And said it doesn't belong, which, I mean, I get why, because he's all about flavor profiles, and you don't mix sweet and savory usually. But
Yeah.
I feel like Hawaiian pizza is the exception to the rule.
But just like people putting pineapple on just like, let's say, a cheese pizza and calling it, oh hey, this is amazing. I'm like, no, what?
Well, but I mean, there's a long, you know, thing with mixing ham and pineapple.
Uh-huh.
That's not exactly a revolutionary concept.
Or how about like pineapple in burgers? I've seen that. Not into that either, but I've seen it.
I've seen it. I've seen it happen before.
Well, I'm now gonna go fight the boss.
Again?
This time I have
This
better
time?
magic.
This time he's gonna win.
This time he has the power of walnut.
Power of
Oh.
walnuts, and the fact that I am just not gonna fight
Power of
monsters
these
here.
nuts compels you.
I'm just saying fuck it to the monsters.
Don't do it. Don't fuck it.
Don't do it. Don't fuck it.
That's how you get dungeon herpes.
That is true. That's the last thing that is dungeon herpes.
Might be the worst.
Yeah.
Probably.
Screw it.
I thought we just said don't.
Don't do it. It's dangerous.
Ah.
Run, David. Run from the
away
tomato
from the
creature.
pain.
Fuck the tomatoes.
There's so many. It's like the attack of the killer tomatoes.
don't see that
I'm actually thinking of the cartoon. I watched the cartoon more than the movie.
I watched the movie after watching the cartoon, and it's like, and this was when I was a young kid, like half expecting like the movie to have a lot of references from the to have the setup for the cartoon. Like, nope, nada,
Zip. Zilch.
zilch. Okay. So. Let's do this again.
Oh boy.
With more magic.
This time with flair.
With
Time with
gusto.
feeling.
Once more with feeling.
And this is our technically main villain of the game, Thanatos. Such such a delightful and fuzzy name. I mean, nothing bad can go wrong.
Really?
Well, of course not. Why would something go wrong from the name with a name like Thanatos?
Especially with the fact that he's wearing a skull mask too. I mean, like that's like just another way of saying I'm a big cuddly bear.
Yep.
Okay, and now to do some royal damage.
As opposed to peasant damage.
You can do it, David. I have faith.
I'm glad someone does.
You gotta breathe.
Oh, I am not gonna let this guy let up. I am literally just gonna gem missile his fucking face in.
There you go. Do it. Can't you hear it in his voice? Determination.
And fairy walnut.
His heart fills with determination.
Oh no. Bad move.
Bad move. No touch, no touch.
Bad touch.
Touchy.
Touch, touch, no touch.
And it's dead.
That was loud.
Oh shit, that was quick.
Let's just say this. If I actually level the magic, it does, like, gem missile did about, like, 400 damage.
Insane.
My God, man.
What
Do you realize what you have done?
4K!
¿Por qué?
What about pork?
It's yummy.
It is.
Tasty.
Dinner.
My mom's allergic to it.
This brought to you by the Eat More Pig board.
Yeah, my mom's allergic to it. Eat more pig. Do it. Do it for Mama Baron.
Do it!
Eat more pig.
Yay, everybody's back to normal now.
Well,
And I don't have to worry about the crazy tomato people.
well.
Oh, but that was half of the fun. Oh, man. What do we do now?
You fight.
And go to credits.
And see.
Do we have credits?
Well,
No,
We should.
Nope.
we do now. Oh wait, no we don't. We still don't actually.
We still do.
Okay.
we don't have credits yet, but
I
Okay,
need.
then.
now I can actually get proper armor upgrades for everybody.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I released everybody, which means there's no more silent armor guy.
I released everybody.
Proper is overrated.
Okay.
You release them. You release them from themselves.
Yes.
So,
So we need
That
to
was a
get-
thing.
yep.
We need
Was
a
it that?
game.
We meet again.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
You wound. We meet again.
Mr. Anderson.
Oh no. Anderson Cooper?
No. I'm now thinking, because for some reason that thought me of Mr. Anderson, which reminded me of Hugo Weaving, which reminds me of the Wolfman, which then brings up the next topic. Who is going to watch this Mummy remake?
Not me.
Not in theaters.
I'm sorry,
I
but
might
like,
catch it eventually on Netflix, but I
Yeah.
don't know about theaters.
I mean, with Tom Cruise being in it, that's a good indicator that it'll at least be watchable. But there was someone else in it. There's someone else in it, but I can't remember who was who I thought of that I'd go, oh, for that person I'd see it, but I can't remember who I'm thinking of.
For that, I'll buy that for $1.
everything that I've seen of the movie just makes me want to go like, it's Tom Cruise and his ego again.
I mean,
Yeah, which is always a problem, because let's be honest.
Because
There
they literally
really
made the
isn't much
mummy
bigger
a
than his
woman
ego.
in this one. I'm like, okay, I can handle a woman mummy, but it's literally
no.
the mummy is after Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, we don't know the plot details. That's sort of reaching.
well, no, like,
Reacher.
no, this is the recent preview that I sat through at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the one that you guys missed. And it's literally spelled out in that trailer that you have something she doesn't, so she's gonna go after you.
So what's
A
the big
Pinot?
deal? It's called a plot.
Yeah, but like, in my mind, it's like at least have somebody else survive the plane crash, so it's just not just him.
I don't see what difference that makes. Well, why
Make it a little-
does
make
that
it a
even
little-
matter?
It's like, who is she going after? Make it a little bit more mysterious.
Yes.
Like somebody in this party is freaking trying to get us all killed, and then kill people one by one. Don't just kill everybody and leave one person. And he'd be like, well,
Yeah.
Well,
He's
first
fucking
off, we
after
don't know
me.
what they're going to do with that plot point other than the fact that, yes, he survives a plane crash and he's going after being sought after now.
well, according to the
Beyond
trailer,
that.
it's because he opened the chest, opened the coffin.
Yeah.
Sounds like a curse. Sounds pretty typical.
And a curse and kills everyone around him. Then the other mummy was very, very capable of taking care of things on a singular person basis.
The Mummy franchise, I can't believe we're saying that, isn't exactly known for being deep. So, like,
Yeah,
what's the deal?
fair.
I mean, it just needs to be a fun ride, and that's all we really care.
Well, considering the 80% of the first one's charm was Brandon Fraser,
Yep.
and the other 20% was CGI.
CGI mummy.
Yep. Well, CGI everything the mummy does as well.
That is true too. I didn't mind the CGI mummy though. It was actually not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's true. For the era, it actually was pretty decent.
Now Scorpion King.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I hate to say it, but the Scorpion King was kind of the one that just bleh. Although the Scorpion King
Wasn't
standalone
Scorpion
movie was
King-
actually kind of good.
Wasn't Scorpion King the one that where The Rock said, "Hey, I want to be in movies too"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just-
So far, it's working for him.
well, now he's doing great,
Well,
and more power to him. You know.
yeah.
More power.
So
More power?
more power.
Rock power.
Rocket power?
Rocket Knight.
Team Rocket?
Man. What was that?
Hmm? Can we play that song without getting in trouble?
Which song?
Rocket Man.
Probably get in trouble.
Probably.
Are we sure?
There's no such thing as fair use anymore.
Yeah.
True. Especially
And-
with. Yeah.
Especially with your mom.
Ow! Don't bring my mom into this.
Actually, now our channel's gonna get shut down because the phrase "your mom" has actually been trademarked.
By who?
Really?
By your mom.
Oh.
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 I don't know,
Sorry,
TV
Mom.
Enough. Maybe. Oh, we were talking about my mom, right? Because
Oh.
TV enough, she would.
Yeah. Yeah, knowing, well, not knowing
I mean,
your
it
mom
wasn't
and
the
just listening to some of what you've said about her, she
Well,
sounds
never mind.
pretty vindictive.
Mm-hmm. It ain't mine.
Vindicated. I am selfish. I am wrong.
What are you trying to sing, Eddie?
A song called "Vindicated" by a band whose name I cannot recall.
I think that same song came up on my Spotify Discover Weekly
Ooh,
because that sounds vaguely familiar.
that's an oldie.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
It's like mid
It's
2000s.
an older meme, but it checks out.
I was just about to clear them. Shall I hold them? No.
That was impressive, guys.
That was well, I would have to say Michael got most of the credit for that joke. Because he got it.
That was good. You should be proud. I'm proud of you.
I'm usually proud of myself when it comes to my accents and my random references.
I was told by my workers to stop using voices because it would make them laugh too hard and they would start laughing when they're talking to customers.
They'd be unable to work because they'd be too busy laughing.
Exactly. Which I thought that was the whole point. I thought that was the whole point. But I
Maybe
guess
that
not.
is the whole point.
Well, that's what I thought. But apparently not. They did not appreciate.
Did they depreciate?
Over time.
Ah!
Wow, you guys actually went there. I'm impressed.
That's a knee slapper.
That was a little bit, wasn't it?
Oh boy.
And then there's David just is like, oh god. Why on my stream? Why?
Wait, let me check the script here. Rolls eyes audibly. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Thank you. For those of,
For
who,
those of you who are not punny,
well,
I'm pretty funny.
That was the stage direction for that moment.
We're
Yep.
gonna have a pun time here, guys.
and
I
thus
don't know, I don't know
begins
if, I don't
the
know if we
rage.
can handle the punishment.
did I get the David part?
Yeah.
Wait, don't you mean the punishment?
Oh!
No, I meant the punishment.
Ooh. That works both ways. That was a knee slap right there. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Eddie's going to be good for the rest of the stream, guys. Completely indisposed. Not knocked out because I'm right behind him with the garage.
Oh.
Oh, the garrote wire, huh?
Yep.
Oh, we're going that route now, huh?
I didn't know you stepped up your game, David.
Well, you're the one getting
you
sloppy,
know,
Eddie.
I
Down
mean,
to-
you know, at this point, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do when someone's just being a royal pain in the neck.
Ah! Well, the only problem with that is that David's far from royalty.
And he'll never be royal. It just
Thank you.
doesn't run in his blood.
Thank you.
Thankfully,
so well.
mine's
They
the,
just
so
said
well.
they just said you would never be royal.
Royal.
It
well,
doesn't run in his blood.
thank God. I don't want to be
That
too
kind of luck's
blue-blooded.
the same for him.
David, I hate to tell you this, but you are blue-blooded.
How am I blue-blood? You just said I'm not royal.
No, but you are blue-blooded.
How?
Until your blood is oxygenated.
Actually, there's no real. There's a
Yeah, I
difference
remember
as-
seeing. I feel like I remember seeing something about that actually being
False.
debunked to a degree.
Oh, okay, I figured. I was yes-anding that, and someone was gonna correct me or I was gonna be right. But yeah.
I knew that one day someone was going to figure me out that I was a little bit of a fraud.
It's borrowed time.
Just a little bit.
It's a bar time. I don't have a harp.
You don't have a harp.
Alright, I'm doing this
Well,
one.
then what good are you?
Well, what good am I?
Doot, doot, doot.
What do we even keep you around for if you don't have a harp?
Well, the last time I tried to use a hop, I was told, "Hey, knock it off."
And then you push it off of the cliff,
Pretty much.
and no more harp.
There was no more harm.
Ah, yes. I get to deal with the Scorpion Gang, also known as, Secret of Mana's, Team Rocket.
Yay! Did they blast off at the speed of light?
Yep. Actually, no,
Well done.
not really Team
Will,
Rocket.
You forgot your line. Will, you forgot your line.
Hmm.
That was your line.
I had a line.
You had a line.
I
Oh.
said, I asked if they blasted off at the speed of light.
Oh, so. Oh. Oh, I guess the proper thing to say in that regards would be to surrender now or prepare to fight.
Yeah.
And then
I guess
Eddie's
that's
line.
right. I guess that's right.
You stole Eddie's line. Well, you didn't even do it right.
Nope.
Fuck it.
It's
It is
better-
better this way.
It is.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, do we even is Eddie even people sometimes?
I don't think so.
The mysteries of the universe. Is Eddie people?
I'm Soylent Green.
No, because that would make you people.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch!
Wait, it is people.
It's like, wait a minute. You pulled a hard one on me.
It was like, nice try, but yeah, it's proof from me.
That's it for you. I'm done.
Are you?
Not really. I could go for another 5 days.
Oh god, I've been moogled.
Well, that sounds like unfortunate there.
Did it feel good?
Please tell me if it please tell me if at least tickled.
It made me feel very fuzzy.
Warm and fuzzy.
Like a peach navel? Unless you just got the peach from the fridge and then it'd be cold and fuzzy.
Possibly.
Well, given David's history, it was probably a peach naval base.
Mm. It's all about that.
Oh.
It's all about, it's
All about that bass.
that. All that face. No fuzzy.
Touch fuzzy, get dizzy.
What?
Ah! Moogles! My Moogles are everywhere!
You heard me.
I think you're playing the wrong game. This is supposed to be our Secret of Mana, not some Final Fantasy bullhawk.
Oh ho! Well, little
Tomfoolery.
did you know. Good.
And I killed
stuff.
Kilroy. The
Kilroy!
Man, I hate that guy.
Hey, Abbott!
They were making a big deal of the anniversary since then.
The anniversary since when?
Since Leroy.
Yeah, it had been a huge amount of time. I was just like, okay. That just reminds me how old I am. Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you. You know, I realize that there are only 2 games from that era that are still technically have servers open.
which
Pokemon?
WoW and 11.
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah,
Area
because apparently 11 does still have servers open.
They do. It's quite amazing.
They're actually having a Return to the Nadiel event right now.
An idea who.
Oh Jesus.
Right.
I got an email and I'm like, what do you want from me now, Squeenix? You already have my money. And I returned to the natty out, and I'm like, oh, oh, oh,
Oh.
oh.
Oh. Your mom right
I'm just sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? Love you guys, but it's a no from me.
It no longer had its fun charm after,
Yeah.
once you start doing the other things that no longer make it fun.
The green D-bits.
Well, see, here's the fun thing. Fun fact. They added something very powerful that removed any need for grindy bits. It made
Really?
grindy bits easy.
Yeah, you didn't have to technically grind.
They added trust magic is what it was called. Essentially, you could summon up to 3 party members from various NPCs of the game,
Yep.
and have your own 4-man static. And the XP would still act as though you were solo. So if you went even match camps, and you just ran through a bunch of even matches, you're still getting XP chaining, and it's a lot easier than old school partying. And you didn't have to coordinate it because you had, you just were like, oh, I need party members. Summon, summon, summon. I want to run as a DPS? Okay. Summon healer, summon tank, summon something else.
Random second tank, random other DPS.
Yeah, well, yeah, you wouldn't second tank, but yeah, random bonus DPS.
Yeah.
Bonus.
One of my favorite things to do, and this is just further proof of what a horrible person I am, is run as Puppet Master, because of course that was one of my main classes.
Yep.
Summon the Puppet Master from Urgen, and summon both of her automatons as the second and third party members.
Ooh.
And then drop out my automaton.
That's...
And I would run as Monk, or as sub, so just nothing but tons of damage. And then she had one automaton who would tank, and one automaton who would heal.
You came in like a cannonball.
And Eddie just saw me take a flight.
I just heard an interview the other day that Miley Cyrus regrets that Wrecking Ball song.
Oh, I wonder, now she does? Now she does?
All I can think of is like Lindsay Lohan's breakdown kind of thing. And the fact that she actually feels bad about people seeing that side of her. And it's like,
After all this time?
no, it was...
Yeah, but honestly, teen slash 20-something celebrities have a long and storied history of doing that kind of stuff.
That's true.
So yeah, I mean, you had Miley and her kerfluffle over Wrecking Ball and all that. Before that, you had Lindsay and her various run-ins. Immediately before that, you had Britney, shaved head Britney.
Oh god, crazy Brit.
Mm-hmm.
Cycle.
Wait,
There's some
wait,
talk.
wait, let me rewind. As opposed to Stain Britney, because I
Oh.
don't remember that phase.
Oh. Right.
There's some talk that Katy Perry's about to go down that route.
But wait, isn't Katy Perry like 28?
Yeah, she's already lived past that phase. I don't know how hers is more of a mid-life crisis, early life crisis.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess part of it is, she just had. First off, there are people saying that she had that haircut that was like that pixie haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the idea that her album and song aren't doing quite as well as past jobs have been doing. And then she just took the job at American Idol, which some people are saying is kind of a bad move.
Well, here's the thing, and this is as much as people talk shit about bands that quote-unquote sell out because their future stuff doesn't sound the same as their old stuff. You have to evolve in music. You
Yeah.
can't just sound the same every single song. And Katie didn't get that memo.
Ah.
Her songs all sound very similar to one another. There's no progression, evolution of her music. So while everyone else is, creating new stuff that sounds, still sounds like them, but sounds like the next step of them or a different direction of them. All of her songs, I mean, why listen to her newest song when you can just go listen to one of her older songs and it's the same thing with slightly different words and not even a different chord progression.
I mean, I like Katy Perry music, honestly. So I haven't minded that, but you're saying makes a lot of sense.
You do have a good point, sir.
Yeah, and I am generally positive towards Katy Perry as well. There are songs of hers that I really genuinely like, but she does fit herself into that one box and stay in that one box.
Her ideal's probably, hey, don't fix what's not broke.
Yeah, but that doesn't work for me. Is the problem.
Oh, speaking of that concept, I just saw a video of Linkin Park watching teens react to Linkin Park.
Oof.
Oh
No.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Except I feel like that was misleading because I was expecting, to see Chester and to see other people. It was Mike reacting to teens react to Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It was still amusing to watch, but again, and yeah, that makes that they made that same very valid point is that bands evolve. Not everyone's gonna like what they do as the newest stuff, but you're gonna have a lot of people who stay the course because they really like the new stuff. You're gonna have new people who check it out because they really like new stuff. Who maybe didn't even like the old stuff.
The one band that really kind of rings true for me in the sense that I haven't been a fan of theirs since they started changing, but I still appreciate them, was the Killers. I'm really big on that first album, the Hot Fuss album, and their B-sides album that came out a little while afterwards, which was a lot from that album. And I haven't been quite as big on everything since then, but I get it.
Heard anything of them since then.
Oh yeah, they've had like 4 or 5 albums since Hot Fuzz, and I have them and I like them enough, but nothing's better than the first one for me. And a lot of my favorite songs ever are still in that first one.
They could be one of the examples that they evolved what you actually like. Unfortunately, that does happen.
Yeah, and it's fine. I still have Hot Fuzz. That isn't like them, quote unquote, changing took away that album from me. So.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, exactly.
Just like they changed my Transformers, man.
Oh. The Bayformers?
Oh, I never heard that one before.
Beyblade Formers?
Well, Bayformers for Michael Bay.
Yeah, I know. I was just extending the joke.
Yeah. Considering that technically, like, I did watch the whole one for, like, the 4th film. And, it is definitely a little bit better than, like, movies 2 and 3. Because, it's basically, Michael Bay is not really in charge of the actual directing. He's just a producer on it. And time to go to the Highlands.
Granted, I'm sure that didn't do much to stop the 583 obligatory explosions, though.
Actually, there was a lot less explosions in
Really?
the 4th one. Because most of them, well, save for the last, basically the final fight, there was a lot more things breaking. Including the fact that I'm damn sure the whole, like, Michael Bay, there's a jokey character, character type, died within the first 20 minutes of the movie. I'm not joking, like...
Did you say a main character, or...?
Okay, most of the like Michael Bay for Transformers, there was like one character who was always like kind of the jokey, like sidekick that you really wanted to punch in the face, and he was part of the main cast.
Okay.
This one, he shows up since it's a different cast. It's like, okay, yeah, that's guy, and then we see a Decepticon basically do a cyber forming, aka turning something similar to Cybertron.
Okay.
And the jokey character gets caught up in that and gets his head smashed in.
Wow.
So,
Wait, so who's the new director on this? Or George R. R. Martin?
not a lot. Some people died. I mean, like even some Autobots died. But I can't recall the actual director off the top of my head right now.
All bots must die.
Well, considering that the new movie has basically Optimus essentially going essentially bloodlust. So, and now we get to talk to the Moogles.
No.
Trying to remember how to. Oh, hey, Watts. It's nice to see you here.
Watson.
No, just Watts.
No.
No.
Just no.
That one was a nine. Wow. That was about a quarter octave away from. Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys! So they have a Goonies Lego now for Lego Dimensions.
Yeah.
Why?
Cause reasons.
Okay. I guess that's good enough for me.
I mean, Lego Dimensions is all about that nostalgia, so
As of that?
they're all about that nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia sells.
Oh.
Enter the spring.
Spring? Springtime?
Basically where I'm at in the Highlands is that there's 4 major areas, all with a season associated with them.
Ah.
And so I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, which is basically winter, spring, summer, fall, spring again, and then it opens up the way. So. Save.
Save.
Yep. And let's see if I can get away, Rebellions. No one likes you. Okay. Because the one thing I recall is that you literally have to go through the seasons once, and I'm just trying to remember the.
You say literally, but how can we figuratively go through the seasons?
Never mind. I found the Moogle village.
I thought you were just in the Moogle village.
No, the Moogles got forced out of their village by pebblers. So.
Oh, well, that's just bull hockey.
Yeah.
Why are you attacking baby Sonic the Hedgehog.
Because these guys are,
Because if they grow up to be full Sonic the Hedgehog, you're in trouble.
yeah.
Well, that's true.
No, Sonic is your friend.
Or is that what you're told to believe? But hey, that's just a theory. Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh, speaking of that channel, they finally did the indoctrination theory
Spring to
that I've been
winter.
waiting for forever.
The what theory?
For Mass Effect, the
Oh, yeah.
indoctrination theory.
They totally did.
I honestly have no clue what you're referring to by that.
Oh, you had to look it up then.
Look it up.
Super good.
Good stuff.
It's basically just piecing together why the last bit of Mass Effect 3 is just Shepard being indoctrinated. I saw a YouTube series about it like years ago that was like an hour long, and he did part of it in like 15 minutes, which is nice, but he's faster getting to the point.
Well, and the reason I love watching his theories is because he doesn't shy away from the science of it. He's very much about, and this is the math behind it, this is the physics behind it, this is the everything.
Yep.
And I very much appreciate that. Because some people, try and gloss over a lot of that stuff and just are like, oh, let's just hand wave this portion. No. I don't want to hand wave anything. I want facts.
Let's just do it and be legends.
At least he's not stuck doing another Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh God.
He's going too soon though,
Oh no.
because there's a book coming out in the middle of summer that he said that he's going to read and then make a video for it.
Oh no.
A book theory?
Yeah, he
Well,
did it
because-
already. He did it already with the first book of that
Yeah.
series. So there's a second book coming out.
He did a
Well,
Five Nights at
because
Freddy's.
I've seen him do game theory, film theory, even TV show theory, but I've never seen him cover a book for the sake of covering a book.
Well,
Well,
it's because it was a book in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, which had
So-
some details that helped the game in the theory.
Like the only time I've ever seen him actually reference the books in one of his was his Game of Thrones ones, because he references obviously things like R plus L equals J,
Yeah.
which is a fan theory of the people who read the books. Although, admittedly, it was interesting to see him reference it like it was he referenced it like he put this together out of whole cloth, that no one's ever talked about it before, when the internet has always had that name for it.
It's one of those
But,
weird things. And I'm going to stop the stream just a tiny bit early, because
No.
we defeated 3 bosses. 3 bosses.
We were having.
But you'll
fun.
never defeat me.
But you'll never defeat me.
That's because you're not a boss, Eddie.
Oh.
You're a
That's
baron.
true. You're not even like a boss.
But Slim Thug would disagree.
Ooh. He's like, oh. Not again.
But in this case, we're just stopping like just 10 minutes early. So, not too bad.
Oh, okay.
So, and plus the fact that this is a good place to stop for now, because the
It's always awkward when you stop in a bad place.
yeah, I mean, like, we defeated the wall. I forget the name of it. Kilroy. Then there was the Jabberwocky.
The Jabberwocky. Doo, 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 doo.
And the next boss, that's going to be Axebeak, and that's at the oh god, the Sprites Village. And that's going to take us a long bit of time to get to there. So,
Okay.
trust me on this. It's one of those things of, I'll save it for later. And hopefully next week my connection stays just a little bit more stable so we can do a online multiplayer again.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Admittedly,
We shall see what we shall see when we shall see it.
We shall see it.
yeah, if I had known that you were joining us, Will, I might have changed it to Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I'm actually a little surprised we didn't, but you know, it is what it is.
it is
Yeah.
what it is.
also, I forgot to mention that Game Informer came out with their 100 RPGs of all time,
Oh God,
and the list is horrendously bad.
Oh, wonderful.
worse than the other one that we talked about last week.
Yes, because you want to know what's in the first slot?
I don't know if I want to know.
What, number one?
I don't know. if I
And the
want to
one
either.
for number 1.
Final Fantasy VII.
No.
No, not even a Final Fantasy, is it?
It's not. It's not even a Square Enix property.
It is not even a JRPG.
Is it even a JRPG?
No.
Dragon's
not?
Lair.
Nope. It's not even a JRPG.
Let me
Is
guess.
it Dragon
it's
Age
Skyrim.
Origins?
Will
Skyrim.
got it. It's Skyrim.
What?
Yeah, I had a
Bethesda,
feeling.
I mean, I think that Bethesda was left out completely last time. wasn't
No,
it?
no. They
Oh,
had
no, 'cause
Oblivion.
Fallout did show up.
Oblivion did
And
show up on
Oblivion.
there. And I
Oh,
just
Fallout.
noticed that they actually
fun.
put a number 0 on here. And
Oh, what was number
What?
0?
the original tabletop adventure, Dungeons and
Mhm.
Dragons.
Which I
It's not even
can
a
agree
video
with that.
game.
No, but it is definitely an RPG. It
Yeah.
is the original RPG.
And if you're wondering where Final Fantasy VI is, it's number 2.
This was obviously done by a Western RPG fanboy.
The list is very similar to
Skyrim? Oh my
IGN's. Is very similar to IGN's.
But it gave preference to Western.
There was a lot more variance because Kingdom Hearts was higher on the list,
Good.
Okay.
Good.
but for
Was
some odd
it-
reason
was it
they
the
had
original
Monster
or was it
Hunter.
two?
They had Monster Hunter Generations there, and Generations doesn't really have a plot line, unlike Monster Hunter Ultimate 4 Ultimate.
Okay, we
which-
should review that list next time.
Yeah, I totally forgot
No,
about it
we
until
should
I
do-
looked
We
over.
should actually just make a list. We should make a list.
Ooh.
Ah.
And then we could be like, and this is why our list is infinitely better than yours because
Yeah.
first of all, you guys suck.
Although the one thing I will mention is that the person who did the cover for Game Informer, I'd love to get it without the fucking bullshit Game Informer emblazoned on it, because the guy who did the art does an art style I kind of like. Because
You that way. You make it sound like the Game Informer shouldn't be there, but
well, no,
Hey.
I mean
magazine.
no, not
As
the
in, no, as in that it's something he would blow up and put on the wall and gaze lovingly at.
essentially I like the art style on the cover. Yeah, I like the art style of it, and I wish I could find it without the things that are stuck on top of magazine covers off of it, just so I could have it as just that. So, essentially, like whenever you found like kind of as a background thing, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, we're basically winding it down. So, as such, next week, depending on everybody's schedule. Oh, wait, we can't do it next week.
Nope.
Why? What's next week?
Phoenix Comic Con.
Bum, bum, bum.
We
Oh.
may hold the
So
stream.
Are we coming to the good people live via Phoenix Comic Con then? By
Well,
we, I mean those of you guys who are going to be there.
well, not necessarily live from Phoenix Comic Con, but we may stream from Eddie's place. So,
Ah.
Ah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot because Eddie moved up there as well.
yep.
Ah.
So, another thing is that we're going to be streaming this Sunday,
Aha!
live from Eddie's place.
Yeah.
In this case,
Ah! Sorry. Go ahead.
Monday night, either Eddie or Andy are going to be streaming. from the sounds of
It'll
it,
be me at least for sure.
Eddie at least. Uh, of course, Will/Kage is going to be doing trying to do his best on Tuesdays, but last.
What do you mean trying to do my best? I missed 1 week. I missed one Tuesday and do it the next day because I fell asleep. And now it's like, wow, I don't know.
Unreliable.
Unreliable.
Well, we know
That
Eddie's probably
bastard
going to be
can't
missing
play.
out on like Monday. He's going to be like streaming at like for 2 minutes at midnight, and it's like, okay, I'm done streaming, and that's it.
What? I never did that.
Probably.
Did I?
Yes, that sounds about right.
That's a typical Eddie move.
I think Eddie's missing the point on that one. And then, of course, there's going to be Friday night. The normal schedule has us on Friday nights, and
I have to play this next Tuesday because I have a Final Fantasy to beat.
yes, and next Tuesday is Chaos.
Yeah.
Control.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, last Wednesday, I accidentally thought we were on Tiamat, but no, we were on Kraken. But
And
apparently, after I went to sleep,
I totally beat Tiamat.
Tiamat. So the
So
only
it's just the last dungeon left.
thing left is Chaos.
Control.
And then Will's going to be moving on to 2.
Oh,
And you said you were going to be doing the Dawn of Souls version,
the Dawn of Souls version.
which is the GBA version of it.
Oh.
And yeah, I've played through 2, or at least a good chunk of it.
That's rough.
I'm pretty sure after like 15 minutes of just doing what most people do when they encounter 2, you're going to be like, oh, fuck it. I'm way over level for this bullshit.
Mm.
And then you were going to play the Steam version of 3, you said?
Yeah, from 3 all the way to 9, I'll be playing the Steam versions of all the games because I have them all
Yep.
from 3 to 9. So
Gotta play them all.
What about 10?
I have 10 on the PS3.
Okay.
So I will be trying to figure out between now and then whether to get it on the PC or not. I'm not doing 11 for obvious reasons.
For very obvious reasons.
Very obvious reasons. And then when we get to 12, and when we get to 12, I'll probably have the Zodiac Age, so I'll probably stream it straight from the PS4.
Yep.
And then 13, I have that as well.
Are you going to be doing 13.2 and 13.3? I mean,
No, I'm
Lightning
not doing sequels. Not doing sequels. So
Good,
I'm not
good,
I'm not doing Dirge of Cerberus. I'm not doing the After Years for 4. I'm just focusing on the primary titles.
So, no
So
side
you're-
stories.
what about War of the Lions?
Tactics is not part of the main series.
He's doing
But
the
it's
main
an
series.
Amazing part of the series.
Uh-huh. It is a game that I will visit, but not until I'm done with the main series.
And
He's just in the
then,
numbers.
and
I'm
then
doing
like
the number
one,
of games.
he'll skip over 14.
Yep.
Once again,
And
for
11.
obvious reasons.
Yeah,
and 11.
14 and 11. And then go straight, and then start 15 from a new game plus.
Yep.
And then
Oh.
16.
So,
And by then, 16 will be out.
by
16 will
16
be
will not be out
another
yet.
5 years from now.
another
I was
5
gonna
years
say,
from now.
16 will be out roughly around the time that our grandchildren.
Well, in this case, I'm gonna try and make sure the whole like layout of our Twitch channel gets updated, especially the scheduling,
Oh yes, especially the scheduling.
because Eddie's mentioned it, Will's mentioned it, a couple of our viewers have
mentioned it.
mentioned it,
I've mentioned it.
Michael's mentioned it,
Yeah.
probably countless times,
Countless
Yeah,
times.
probably.
countless
Probably.
times. So
I don't
as
know. I wasn't keeping count, so it was countless to me.
so as
Wrap it
such.
up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
The
In this
streamer's been
case-
staring at our logo screen forever.
I hope we have I hope everybody has a great night, and hope to see you guys on Sunday.
Oh, and also obligatory social media plug. Please feel free to follow us here: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Pornhub, all the usual places.
Yep. As such,
Bye.
night everybody.
Bye.
Nothing, Eddie.
Oh, adios.
Night everybody.